expect it. We've reached an age where expect it and be ready for that. You can't start crying. Like,
I just want to clarify this, right? I understand what you've said. Intriguing, interesting. Are you saying that it is not hate speech to say, quote unquote, for example, anyone that practices A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and we're going to include in there homosexuality, will be destroyed in the lake of fire, for example? Is that not you preaching hate?
Well, no, it's not preaching hate, because it's not anything. It's not anything I'm gonna do. I'm telling you that the God I believe in says that anyone who practices A, B, C, D will be destroyed in the lake of fire. Now, two things are gonna be true. It's either you believe in the God I believe in, and that triggers you because you know you're gonna be destroyed. That's your problem. Or you don't believe in the God I believe in, and you just think what I'm saying is foolish. In which case, why are you pressed about it?
I don't believe in what you believe in, but what I'm receiving is hate, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like it, which is in the case of these videos. These people were hearing something that made them uncomfortable, that they didn't believe in, and it offended them, and they rang the police, and the police came out, and they said that it also depends on what you're preaching.
Yeah, no. I'll say.
So in other words, don't preach things that's going to offend other people.
But that's impossible.
When the guy reiterated what he said, at no point did that police guy say that bit is the hate, and I think that's, for me, that was the concern of the video. Even the police themselves in that video were not clear which aspect of that qualified as hate speech. So I would have to know what was said as well, if that makes sense. That
but I mean, so let's assume it was the homosexuality thing, because chances are it probably was. So the message was about homosexuals being destroyed.
Yes, that's fine, but it could have been, if you're homosexual, you need to die. We don't know what the guy preached. That's my point, because that, even from a Christian,
it wasn't. That's not. He was reading a. It was sent out from a passage.
Let's assume it was biblically accurate.
Yeah.
In which case, no, because I mean, we can't talk about things that offend people or things that people don't like, because there's a lot of things in the world that offend people and that people don't like. So that alone is not hate speech. If someone calls the police, because they're offended at something and they feel that's, people have the right to do that, but then I think also the police should know what is hate speech and what's not.
Sure. I can tell you that was not the only video that I came across. There was one in London again. Something similar happened, literally the same situation, and a police came out. But this policeman was rather friendly, took the time to listen to what the preacher was saying, and they had a nice long conversation. It ended amicably. So moving slightly on then, a young lady singing church songs in London, Oxford Street, stopped by a voluntary police actually, as it turned out to be, the ones that are not on the payroll, but I'm guessing has just as much power, so to speak. And she was told that you're not allowed to sing songs outside, Christian songs outside church grounds anymore. What is going on with the British police? Like, do they all need to be sent back to school and be taught the law?
Well, I mean,
right and wrong?
What do you think is wrong about that situation?
Well, for starters, she was completely wrong in the sense that this young lady was not allowed to sing songs outside church grounds. But
did you check that it wasn't a law?
Yeah, I did. I didn't check personally, but the videos that
did you check?
No. People checked. Hold on.
Hang on.
People checked on my behalf.
Point.
You
okay,
said work hard, work smart, not hard.
People checked on your behalf.
So just to give you a bit more context, so the preacher, the pastor, and this young lady both got their 15 minutes or 15 seconds of fame. They went on talk shows. I think the pastor went on a TV show as well, and this young lady also went on a TV show where they had a conversation about that, basically, where they felt for them. So I can't say with confidence that yes, it's not in the law that they can't sing songs outside church ground. And also with the woman, the Met did apologize. Actually, they said that she was mistaken, but clearly
if she wanted to be a real police officer, no chance now.
But that's the point. The point is that we're seeing a pattern here. Again, should Christians be worried?
I don't think Christians should be worried. Christians should be clued up. Just like we talk about the fact that black people need to be clued up on their laws, what their rights are, because we're quick to shout racism, quick to shout this, quick to shout that. Actually,
Quick to play the victim
you
card.
need to understand what your rights are in certain situations. So if you are a Christian and you are going to minister out in public like that, understand what your rights and what your laws are, so that when those people do come and question you, you stand tall with confidence. God instructs us to do our due diligence. If we're gonna commit to something, we need to do it wholeheartedly and with integrity and diligence. So God's not expecting us to go preach his word half-heartedly without knowing the places we're going into. We need to know what lion's den we're walking into and be prepared to fight that battle.
So as far as offbeat POV is concerned, if you're a preacher, you're at the front lines of Christ's battle. Be prepared for the hardships. Don't cry about it. Don't mourn about it. Be of good courage. Be strong. Be faithful.
100%. I mean,
run the race of endurance.
What
It's like
what minister is out there expecting an easy ride?
Imagine you're in church now, yeah.
It's a free.
Your pastor
country.
is there, and some mandems, I don't know, the police or whatever, rock up in the church, and the first thing your pastor does a runner. My guy, where are you going? You're the leader of this community. I expect my pastor to be front and center of answering those questions. As his sheep, as his flock, we'll be behind. It's like even with Christ, when the Pharisees were coming to ask questions, he didn't throw the disciples into the lion's den and say answer. No, and if he did do that, he made sure they were equipped to handle that situation. But he was always the front facer of those troubles. And then in secret, then maybe he would talk to his disciples about the situation. This is why I said this is why I said this. But yes, if you are going to be a leader and you're going to put yourself in that position, yes, you need to have the courage. You need to have the faith. You need to stand strong for your believers as well, because you are saying, I am a vessel of Christ. So look towards me. And so if you're the first to run, I'm leaving your church.
No, I think Fasani made a good point to say that. I think as Christians, especially in the climate we live in, it is our duty to know the law of the land. You know, and someone will say, oh, no, but even in the Bible, Paul knew what his rights were as a Roman citizen, which is why he was able to say, you know what, no, I request to be tried in Rome.
100%.
Because he knew what his rights were. So I think, you know, if we're out there preaching, we should know what the laws of the land are pertaining to our actions. Lest we're preaching, a police officer comes and says, oh, you can't preach here. And all of a sudden, oh, persecution for Christians has come. Oh, guys, it's time. No. All you have to say, according to article, blah, 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 I have the right to be here. What are the police going to do?
100%.
And it might be that you actually don't have the right to be there. No one has the right to
No,
be there.
I'm just saying in this case where you know what your rights are, you can just say. Instead of crying day of persecution.
Sometimes you're bringing persecution onto yourself when persecution has not come. No one is allowed to be here. Like this is like
or stuff like that.
Land.
Yeah.
Like it's a mine. You can't stand there. Like,
you have land that maybe no one can.
It's not about you being a Christian, so no one's persecuting you. Just move. Go stand over there.
Yeah. So I think if we know those kind of things, then persecution will come. Let persecution come. Just let's not bring it before it's due.
And I don't know why Christians get surprised. It's like this is Christianity. People are going to try and poke holes in it and question it. Christ himself was at the center of holes being poked. So if you're not expecting it, you expect it. If you're gonna go and I don't know, hand out tracts, sing or whatever, expect it. We've reached an age where expect it and be ready for that. You can't start crying. Like it's the climate we're in.